This is TWiT.
Well, if you watched TWiT yesterday, you heard Leo talk about rumors that Apple built a giant fashion catwalk to showcase the Apple iWatch. Now, Reuters' Christina Farr reports that top fashion editors and fashion bloggers have been invited to the Apple event tomorrow at the Flint Center in Cupertino. Christina joins us now to talk about her report. Welcome to Christina.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
We're so glad you're here. Now, Apple is inviting the fashion press, but are they accepting the invitations?
Well, Apple's chosen an interesting time for the event because we're smack bam in the middle of Fashion Week, which is really Fashion Month because we've got huge runway shows all over the world in Milan, Paris, New York. But many of the publications that Apple has invited for the first time, some of them do plan to send along an editor or two to cover the event.
Do we know which outlets were invited? Were these the typical, the fashion press that we would think of at first blush, Vogue, magazines like that?
Absolutely. Typically, what Apple does is they will invite the tech press to their big keynote events because it's typically gadgets and products and new applications that are being released. But this year, for the first time, rather than hosting a separate event for the fashion press in New York, they've invited this media from publications like InStyle and Refinery 29 to the event for the first time to cover it. That certainly suggests that there is some new wearable product that they're planning to release.
Now, Christina, Samsung and Intel last week announced blinged out smartwatches as well. I can understand why geeks in Silicon Valley want to be associated with the fashion industry, especially around this sort of device, which is kind of a fashion accessory. But do the fashion press and fashionable people generally want to get their accessories from geeks in Silicon Valley?
Many of these fashion editors that I spoke to are very interested in the wearables trend, but do see it as being very much in its infancy. And many of the smart watches and fitness bands that they've seen on the market today don't really appeal to the sort of young, stylish female crowd. So there are high expectations for Apple to deliver something that's a little bit more sleek and stylish that their average reader would want to wear. And they're very keen to review the device once they get a look at it tomorrow.
Do they seem optimistic? Do they feel like the Apple really is the one who can do it, who can make this wearable something that people want to be seen with?
Yes, absolutely. I spoke with an editor from InStyle who pointed out that Apple has never really consulted the fashion industry much in the past, but some of their devices, he said, were like a work of art. So there's no real reason, they think that Apple should be consulting with, say, a Donna Karan or some other famous fashion designer. But they do expect that given the sort of obsession with design that Apple and the sort of culture of Apple, that we'll see something that is, very cognizant of being wearable. And finally, we might see a device hit the market or a wearable hit the market that's actually wearable.
And of course, Apple is famously poached from the fashion industry. We've talked about that on numerous occasions. Christina Farr writes at Reuters.com, and you can follow her on Twitter at Chrissy Farr. That's Farr. Thank you so much for joining us today,
Thanks.
Christina.